Let's see, my first film was probably back in about 1978. I made a movie for a school project along with other students in, that was junior high school. I couldn't even tell you what the class was now. I'd have no clue. But we made a movie that, and the project required us to include somewhere in the movie stop motion effects. So, and it was a slasher film. You know, back then we could do stuff like that without, you know, psychologists coming all down on us. That was a lot of fun to make, and I was kind of hooked. I got the bug back then. But we couldn't afford the equipment at home. So it was several years later when camcorders came out that we ended up getting, you know, one of those full-size VHS, the big on-the-shoulder things. Back in the 80s, friends of mine and I made a movie, Full Metal Trousers, obviously a parody of Full Metal Jacket, and that was done with VHS and edited with multiple VCR, so it didn't come out that great, you know. Thank God for computers coming out, eh? Well, did I go to school for it? Well, yes and no. I have taken film classes in college as just some of my electives, like, you know, those throwaway credits you just need to fill some stuff up. I took some film classes as well as, you know, the history of film, you know, understanding the art techniques of film, where we really broke down Citizen Kane and studied the hell out of Orson Welles. But like directing classes and stuff, no. Acting classes, no. As a matter of fact, I'm looking into some acting classes now. In my area, even though they're claiming that this is the next, you know, the Hollywood of the East over here in Central Florida, you know, they're going to turn like Orlando and the Tampa Bay area into the new Hollywood, but so far, you know, I don't see anything that's going to help me. How do I acquire actors? Are they paid or friends? Well, so far, most of my projects I've done have been completely solo, which makes really what I want to do, I can't do. If I do stuff that has other actors, it's usually friends. However, that would not preclude me from paying in some fashion, whether it be with a pizza party or small amounts of cash, paying actors to help me out. I would actually, you know, entertain that idea. If I need a special effect for a movie that I have not tried before, well, one of the first things I do actually is I go to YouTube and I look for a tutorial, because there are quite a few out there. I do have Adobe CS3 suite, so almost any effect is available to me if I can just learn how to use the damn thing to make that effect. If I can't achieve it that way, what I'll do is I'll experiment and try to do it my own way. I do a lot of green screen, and you know, I'll just experiment. If I can't get it and I can't learn it and I can't get help for it, then I come up with a different effect. You know, maybe that's a hack thing to do, but sometimes that's what you got to do. Well, my setup is I have a studio in my house with a green screen, and I have a Sony hard drive digital camera, and I use a, surprisingly enough, a Dell laptop for my editing. It seems to do fine. I use Sony Vegas as well as Adobe Premiere, Adobe Photoshop, Micrographics Picture Publisher, which is an old program. A lot of haven't even heard of it. That's pretty much it. You know, I got my lighting equipment, and I'm really bad with my sound equipment. I'm still trying to get that together. Well, the internet's really changed getting videos out a lot lately. I mean, about 7 years ago, the only thing I knew was this place called freespeech.org, which you had to film and convert your stuff into real media format. So it really lowered the quality way down, but then they would host it, And but now with YouTube and live video and things like that, you really can get the internet has made it to where TV is almost obsolete, especially to me. We are no longer the audience, we are participants. And that is going to change the world of entertainment forever. That's a guarantee. Other internet filmmakers that I like, well, let me tell you, there are probably too many to mention, but the ones off the top of my head is Francis Stokes, and here on YouTube we have Mr. Deity, people who do Mr. Deity, amazing. And then, there's a lot of bloggers on here that don't make films, but they have clear and obvious talent, and it's a shame they don't try some more. People like Happy Slip, Community Channel with Natalie. The girl's creative as hell, and she's just wasting her talent on just blogs. And if she actually tried to do a film, she'd be amazing as a director, I think. She's really got a good vision to her. Like I said, there's just too many to mention, and they're all amazing. I definitely don't want to continue making movies the way I am right now because I don't even know if I would rate up to a Z budget, okay? I would like to really expand in it and, get a crew, I get a lot more equipment. I'm in the lucky position that I get to retire in another a mere 7 years. By then, maybe I'll have really built up on my equipment, if it hasn't all become obsolete by then, and I'll be able to really change the way I'm filming today. I could see me spending, okay, all right. Look, I know it's not a big budget in the film world, but for an independent guy like me, it's a lot of money. But I see myself putting around $50,000 into my equipment, with most of it, I guess, being in cameras and editing. Currently, there's no project I'd want to plug right now because I have so many that I'm still writing, and time restraints right now. I haven't been able to even scout locations, so maybe I'll get back to you on that one later. Well, thanks for the questions, and I'll see you out there on YouTube.